All right, everyone, let's dive right into this rather pressing topic. Now, when we think about social attachment and how we communicate, it's nearly impossible to ignore the impact the internet has had on our relationships, particularly within families. So, the big question is the internet actually destroying families? Now, let's set the scene a bit. Imagine a traditional family dinner. Everyone gathers around the table, sharing stories, laughter, and maybe a bit of friendly banter. But then we have the modern twist. Everyone's glued to their screens, scrolling through social media, sending messages or watching videos. It's a stark contrast. Research suggests that while the internet can foster connections, think about how we can stay in touch with family across the globe. It can also lead to a sense of disconnection right in our own homes. A study by the Pew Research Centre found that 27% of teens feel that they often feel neglected by their parents because they're preoccupied with their devices. That's a significant number. It begs the question, are we prioritising our online lives over our real-world relationships? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to suggest that the internet is the devil in disguise. It has its perks, no doubt. We have access to a wealth of information, the ability to connect with like-minded individuals, and support networks that may not have been available otherwise. However, when we lean too heavily on digital communication, we might inadvertently undermine the very fabric of our familial bonds. Let's break it down further. Social attachment, which is essentially our emotional bond with others, thrives on direct interaction. When we communicate face-to-face, we pick up on non-verbal cues, body language, tone of voice, and even the warmth of a smile. These are crucial elements that deepen our connections. The internet, for all its advantages, often strips away those nuances. A text message can be misinterpreted, a social media post can evoke jealousy, and before you know it, misunderstandings grow like weeds in a garden. Also consider this. Families often create shared memories through experiences, and what's more memorable than a family outing or a game night? When everyone's plugged into their devices, those shared experiences dwindle. The less time we spend interacting with each other, the weaker those attachments become. According to a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, increased screen time is associated with lower levels of family cohesion. It's almost as if the more we connect online, the less we connect offline. So where does that leave us? It's clear that the internet, while a tool for connection, can also act as a barrier if we're not careful. The key, I believe, lies in striking a balance. Setting boundaries around technology use during family time can help. Perhaps designating no phone zones or specific times for family activities without screens can aid in rebuilding those vital connections. So the internet isn't inherently destroying families, but it certainly poses challenges to our social attachments. It's up to us to navigate this digital landscape mindfully and ensure we're nurturing our relationships in the real world. After all, at the end of the day, it's those genuine connections that bring us joy, comfort, and a sense of belonging.